Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of the Sumaote LED Bluetooth light LED strip kit. You can buy this on Amazon in different kits. So I have just the basic kit here, and it says it's just the RGB kit, but it can come with, you can buy additional things. I mean, you can hook up different, a couple of these, you can connect them and you can control them even by Wi-Fi, and means Google with Alexa and Google Assistant or whatsoever. It comes with the built-in Bluetooth feature, but you can extend it and enhance it and add more features or more comfort with Wi-Fi, and it is even very cheap. This set, what you see here, is only $18, and it's already a complete set which you can use. There's no need to buy additional thing. Only when you want to extend, make it longer or add more features, then you have to buy additional stuff. So this is, I think, about 16.4 feet long and has 150 LEDs, and you can dim it. It should be possible to change the color also with this basic thing. So it has an energy rating of A with the LEDs, of course. Here about a little bit of details about the product, but not so much. And you can see you can control it with Alexa even from the App Store, so it should be possible to use Siri, Google Assistant, Alexa. Yeah, let's open the box and see what we really get. So everything is packed nicely, so I think that's the Bluetooth box. Yeah, I take out everything later on. Of course, we need power supply. So here we can see that even works from 110 or 100 volts to 240 volts. You can even use it worldwide. Of course, you will need an adapter in some countries, but at least you can still use it, and that's the light strip. So I've been taking it out of these bags, and there's already one or two very important things I have to mention. So this bag, especially this one, looks it looked like it was sealed. I've been trying to separate these two sides and it was almost impossible. So I've been thinking about cutting, but you have to be really careful. I mean, there are these cables inside, and you would risk to cut into that and it would be destroyed, of course. So I can tell you, you don't need to cut, you just have to try a little bit, and at the end it's not too difficult, but just don't pull normal. You have to work a little bit with that. Same thing here, there's no need to cut with the small bag. Here's the thing what we had in the small plastic, 4 things, and you have to be really careful, especially because of this small part. When I opened this small bag, it fell on the floor, and as far as I know, this is the thing which you need if you have several of these pieces and you would want to hook them together. You need these 2 parts. As you can see, it's not really difficult, fits easily, and then you probably can push it in or whatsoever. So I haven't found out exactly how this works, but I think it's really important to keep that and not lose it, and I haven't found out what the purpose of that. Maybe also only if you want to hook up a couple of these things. So here you have also the QR code. I think it's same thing here, so you don't have to keep that. Actually, it just tells you a little bit more about the app, how it is called, if you find it or if you can't find it in the store. Again, my camera is a little bit struggling, but hope you can still see that. Yeah, same thing here. LED Bluetooth controller. Here we have this, here I think this is the power, so hope it refocuses, power hook up, and this then probably goes into the light. So actually looks at the moment pretty easy. And yeah, I mean, there's no instructions. I'm a little bit surprised. Maybe in the instructions they will tell us something. So before I do any crazy things, I will download the app now from the store or from the website, and maybe there's some instructions what to do. Yeah, one thing I didn't say or didn't show, if we go a little bit closer to this card, you can see on the left side you have the QR code to download the app, and on the right side you can scan to read the detailed user guide. So I'm downloading now the user guide first and then the app. So here you have the PDF. It's probably a little bit hard to see because it's so far away, but I still wanted to show you that there are 13 pages, but I think there is not too much what you really need to do. Probably you can just hook it up and start and try a little bit with that. So FAQs as well, a lot of FAQs. So that's it. So I've been reading more or less the whole instructions. I mean, not in very detail, but just a little bit to give you some indication what to do. And one thing which is really important is, I mean, that's actually the only thing which is really important to know, which prevents you from any damage, is this thing which tells you how to hook this up. I mean, this is just the power. You can't do anything wrong. Here between the cable, like the LED light and the controller, you have to align the red light from the controller, and the red arrow, I think can't read that from here, red arrow of the controller has to correspond with the black arrow of the device. Otherwise the device will have a short circuit, and then, I mean, that could mean that you already break this nice device, and that's not a good thing. So here a lot of details. A few interesting things I just already want you to tell. Product function, the introduction, there was something about the a light timer. It has obviously a light timer, which is definitely a good thing.
And the cool stuff with the timer is that it works independently of your app, so you can program it that it starts like in the evening, runs the whole evening, then stops at midnight, maybe starts early in the morning again, and then stops when it's getting brighter outside, and you don't have to be connected. There's no input needed. It works independently. That's a really cool thing, and you can make different schedules for every day, and you have a lot of features to make the schedule. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you now because it's already installed, but I tried it out yesterday and it worked really well. It was way better than expected. So the scheduling is a really nice feature which I really didn't expect.
And there's a light and music rhythm synchronization, so you can really sync the light and the music, like music on your phone or on your tablet, and have the light going in sync with the rhythm of the music, or even with the microphone if you're doing karaoke or whatsoever. Here you can see that sync with the microphone, so that's a good thing. What's also possible, you can like use it as a background, and then there's a specific function like background color function, and you can then enable the camera and point with the camera towards something like whatever you have in front, and you have the lights then in the background, and you point with the camera of the object and probably click on that and tell the light, okay, I want to have this light exactly in the same color. So it will have the same color as the object and illuminate the background in the same color. That's an awesome thing. So enough of theory, I just plug it in and let's see. The camera, I've been using this QR code, which is probably the same as on this card, and it brought me to this website. So it doesn't bring you directly to the App Store or Play Store or whatsoever, but it brings you to a website where you can choose what you want to download. And of course, with this phone, I want to download the app from the Play Store, so the app won't you won't have to download from like anonymous third-party website. So you will be pointed to Google Play Store, and then you can download it from here, which I will do. So after installing the app, it asks me for permission. So it asks for the location permission in order to scan and connect for Bluetooth devices. So I don't see that actually. Location, is it really needed? And they want you to create a new account, new location. So I click on that. Yeah, location 1. Is there something? Click on the plus button to add a new device. Yeah, and then click on device name to access function menu. Long press device name to access device manager. Smart voice control. Now. Okay, so yeah. We are here on the first page, so we can add this device, but of course we have to connect it via Bluetooth, I think. So I'm hooking this up. I mean, the power shouldn't be a problem, so I'm doing this first. And the thing is, the question is, where will it be actually, on which side? So I think it looks like this one. And by the way, I highly recommend to take this end out of this what's that called, spindle or box or whatsoever, so you can so you have access to the full roll after that. That's important. So let's try that first. And yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing to do it without having the power already here. Here we have, yeah, I'll make this a little bit larger so I can see. That's hard to see actually anything, so it's super hard to see. I zoom in a little bit as far as I can, and maybe you can see that there is some kind of small arrow here. You can also see it here, it's on the top, here it's at the bottom, which makes the points to the same pin, of course. And here we have the red arrow. Here we can see it easily, but on this thing it's almost impossible to see. And I try to align it now, even with the camera. Can be a little bit difficult. Hope you have been able to see that. So yeah, not super easy depending on how your vision is, but should be possible. So anyway, now let's yeah, turn on the power, and it already starts with the light. Now finally we have something. So looks like that's some kind of default mode or demo mode or whatsoever. So it looks like, yeah, pretty much like on the camera. It is a red, blue, green, yeah, just really RGB. So now I try to connect with the Bluetooth. So here we go. I click on that. Then yeah, you can see that you can create scenes, you can create group, you can add a device, and I would say that's probably a lamp switch. And let's see if it finds something. For some reason it already turned green, so for me it looked like, yeah, it already connected. and it says 100%, whatever it means. Okay, I can turn it on and turn it off. Can click on the controller and yeah, I can change everything. As you can see, the screen, hope you can see that screen. It's more green than what you see on the camera. On the camera it is not a really nice green. Hope I can change that on the camera. No, it doesn't look like I can change that. It's a nice screen. Yellow, yellow is always difficult. I mean, we have red, green, blue, but yellow, I mean, it's not an original color, it's a mixture, so it's difficult to achieve. It's not a strong yellow, probably same thing. No, this is good. The purple is good. I mean, red also good, blue is good, green is good. This is good. The only thing where it's a little bit struggling is the yellow. I mean, we are some kind in a yellow, but don't expect a super bright yellow. But apart from that, actually every color is really nicely working. Maybe I have to work around a little bit with the yellow, but and of course I can also dim that. I mean, I can dim every color. That's good. Let's go into red. But I can hear a sound. It's emitting some kind of sound. I don't know if it will be weird on the long run, but I can hear it now. It's a little bit uncomfortable. I don't know how it will be if you're outside in a patio or something like that, but I can definitely hear it. Now it's off. It is strange. So when it is on full power, you can't hear anything. When it's 0 power, you can't hear anything. And when it is in the middle, it is the most. Okay, yeah, here you have presets and yeah, functions, microphone, music. Here you can see some of the presets. 7 colors, crossfade. Maybe we can set the speed, yeah, brightness, speed. Can slow it down. Nice thing. But maybe you can hear the sound. Maybe hard to hear that on with this microphone, but it is noticeable. Maybe, I mean, if you make a professional installation, you will put out that in a cabinet or hide that somewhere else, and it shouldn't be a problem. If you have too close to people, maybe they will be able to hear that. But you can see there are so many different presets, strobe flash, and some crossfades and gradual changes and whatsoever. Music. Here we have the camera mode where I can use the camera to point something, like here, something in orange, and I click on compute color and do so, and it brings up the color here on the light. So let's go back to white and click on compute color, and you can see it tries to match the color of whatever in the center of the camera. So now I found something which shouldn't be a problem for YouTube. So you can hear that, that's a good thing. I think it's really a good synchronization with the rhythm of the music. Maybe you have even some kind of options, but it seems to work really good. So it's maybe not the most fancy app that you find on the market, but it is full of functions, so it's just a little bit difficult to find this controller. But if you find this, then it is super easy. You have everything like the color functions, microphone, music, camera, everything on one page. And before I forget, what's also important to know that the backside is tape, so you don't have to buy additional tape. You can just take this off and stick it to wherever you want. Here you see there are some sections which are really easy, so you can grab it and remove it, and there's already the sticker, the tape underneath. There's this white thing with the M, it's just the protection for the tape. That's a really convenient thing. Yeah, if you imagine what you get for the price, which is really low, below clearly below $20. This is 16 feet. You can control it with app, with Google, with Siri, with whatsoever. You can enhance and expand, and it's so flexible. It's hard to find anything to complain. Maybe this thing which could be a little bit easier, and they could have done something which prevents to create any kind of short circuit. I don't know what happens if you do short circuits. Maybe it's not a problem with one device, maybe it's only a problem if you're using several different devices. I don't know. I just hope that it won't happen anything. But as soon as you have hooked it up, it's hooked up. There's usually no need to take it away. If you want to store it in the box, you can store it as a whole thing. You can take it apart here, and when you want to rehook up, you can just do the thing here, and you don't have to do anything again. So if you did it once right, there's no no risk that you will damage it on the long term. So yeah, it looks like it's a great thing. Really not much to complain. A lot of features, a lot of positive things to tell about that. And yeah, I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about the things. And if you want to buy or get more information about that, we'll put the link to the description, to the listing on Amazon into the description down there, and you'll find anything. You can buy it from there or whatsoever. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.